Hey Mama, it's Jocelyn. I am excited to be with you in the... I gotta tell you, I have recorded this intro like 5 times and I randomly have the hiccups. Oh my goodness. I might have to get rid of the hiccups and then come back and finish recording. Alright, I just drank a bunch of water. Hopefully that will be the remedy for the hiccups. So random. Anyways, welcome to the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I'm Jocelyn and I am excited to share with you what I'm learning in motherhood, how I'm striving to be positive, and make my motherhood more of the motherhood I want it to be, that I dream of it being, and that I desire it to be. And I'm glad you're along for the ride, hopefully improving your motherhood along with me. Thanks for joining. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life. And I can help you. Thanks for joining. All right, we are midway through the summer, and I just kind of wanted to give you a recap on where I am at in my motherhood. At the beginning of the summer, I had kind of laid out some of the goals and the things that I wanted to accomplish this summer. Things that I wanted to do with my children, in like teaching and training them, and like things we just wanted to do. And I am now thinking about it, and I'm feeling like I haven't done much. June ended up being like every evening had something related to soccer, which I knew going into June because I will sign my kids up for soccer because it is 1 month. It's only 1 month, but it is like almost every evening in June. And so June got taken with that, which that was only the evening, so I don't really have excuses on why we didn't do more of our goals in the morning. Nonetheless, we didn't really get to it. As I had mentioned previously, some of my goals were to get my kids cooking. I wanted my kids to be cooking breakfasts, each having a day of the week to make a breakfast. And actually, in some ways, that has been successful because I have done that with my 2 daughters. They have been overly in a good way, not like annoyingly, but overly excited and happy to make breakfasts. So my girls have done that. My oldest son has not. So I guess there's like half of a win there and half of a learn, because we don't have a win-lose. It's a win and learn. I've learned that girls enjoy that more than boys. And I'm going to have to be a little bit more creative in getting my son excited, overly excited, and wanting to do that. And I was only planning on doing my older 2, who is, their ages are 8 and 10. I wasn't planning on my 5-year-old doing it, but my 5-year-old has been even more excited to make a meal than the other 2. And so we've just embraced it and let her do some French toast. And she has done surprisingly well. And actually, my 8-year-old daughter made pancakes yesterday all by herself. I didn't help her at all. So there have been some winning moments and some learning moments. And that's how I think it's wise to look at summer. Instead of it looking at it as win and lose, like, oh yeah, we won in this because we did this and I wanted to do that, but we are completely struggling in this. Look at it as win and learn. Like, that was so fun and amazing that we had that amazing experience, or we were able to implement that and we did it. Yes, like celebrate those wins. I feel like that is good and helps you want to work towards even more moments of celebration. But don't let the loses bring you down. I have been so guilty of this, of letting what I am not doing take me down in a state mentally to where I'm grouchy, I am irritable, I feel like a terrible mother, and that I can't do anything I set my mind to, and it is hard. When you get in that state, it can be very discouraging and very frustrating. But I don't want you to get there. I haven't. I am trying to continue learning that being in those negative states of shame and guilt does not serve me. It does not help me be better. It does not help me do better at it. It actually makes me feel worse. And then I start acting worse because I feel worse about myself. I have found that if I can take myself out of that negative funk and instead focus on what I am doing or what I have done or a little win we did have, it makes a big difference in my attitude as a mother and towards my children. And sometimes that's just what we need those shifts for the attitude towards our children. I have felt so far that my son hasn't really needed to be in the kitchen. Now, I have given him the warnings and I feel like he will learn that, but it's almost been in the back of my mind as well. Like, it's okay. He will get it. We will teach him. It's not end of the world that he hasn't got it by now. And I still have a month and a half left of summer. So there is that hopeful comment. But don't let those negatives beat you up. It can be really easy to dwell on them because that's what we have evidence of. But don't dwell on it. Dwell on things you are doing, things you are proud you've done, things that make you happy, things that, like, even if it's simple, like feeding your family. I have been in phases where it was hard to find good things I felt like I was doing because I was not keeping up with all the Instagram moms. I was struggling. I was napping. I was feeling lethargic. I felt unproductive. My house was a mess. And we all are going to have moments like that and seasons like that. But it is our job to use our agency to combat that and get rid of that. And I don't know if getting rid of it is the right way to put it, but it's our responsibility to work on combating it. How about that? Because I still have days where I feel just unproductive, frustrated, and annoyed, even though I have a lot of tools, mental mindset tools to help me get out of it. It's part of being a human, which is a learning experience. So that was one of the main things I had on my list to teach my children. I think the other one was I wanted them to pick a dinner to make. And in that area, we have not done that at all. And part of that has been my fault because one of my children wanted to make pizza. And I forgot to buy pepperoni the last 2 or 3 times at the store. So that's been hard to implement because I haven't had the stuff. Another tip is if you want to succeed in your goals, set yourself up to win by preparing with the things you're going to need to reach the goal. That is something I have learned. I have learned it's hard to have my kids help learn a meal if I don't even have the stuff to make the meal. So there's that learning experience. And sometimes I also get in a rush around dinner time, and that's something I want to get better at. I get in so much of a rush that I don't even want kids' help. I just want to get it done. So my goal is to start making dinner a little bit earlier, allow my kids to help, and to prepare by getting the stuff so that they can actually make it. I think there were 2 other things I had wanted to do with my kids, and to be honest, I don't remember what they are, and I didn't go back to that episode to listen to what I had even written down. So there's another learning experience for you. Write them down in a place where you can see them so you don't even forget your own goals. I just had a moment where I forgot my own goals. So keep it simple. I think that's going to be my advice for the rest of the summer. Is just keep it simple. Do what you can, when you can, and realize you are trying. And your effort is amazing. And I know God is grateful for your effort. And so is your family. They are grateful for your effort in these endeavors to find more positivity in your motherhood. Keep it up, Mama. I know that sometimes it can be hard. But I also know that you have the power and the fortitude to make these little changes in thought to find more positivity. Thank you for listening. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. For listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight, and becoming the mom you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time. If you enjoy a good smelling home, you are in luck. I have a candle company where I hand pour wax melts, candles, and room sprays for homes and for moms like you who want to have a fresh smelling home. If that interests you, I encourage you to check out my website. It's flickerscandleco.com and will be the top link in the show notes. You are amazing, Mama, and don't forget to smile.